Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Ray, and today's video I'm going to be doing a reading on Khloe Kardashian. Now, this is someone that we know through the Keeping Up with the Kardashians, with her relationship with Tristan Thompson, the stuff that he's done to her, the things that she's having to endure. You know, they have a child together. So, a lot is going on in that world. We want to know like what's really going on. And see, what's just happening with her and Tristan, anything that comes up. I read for Khloe a long time ago. I think I did a video here on my YouTube channel. So we're just going to do another video and see what comes up around her for this year and see what spirit has to say. I will start off by saying I think that she's gone through a lot of transformations and self-work, though I do feel like there's this fragile or vulnerable spot. I think that they're going to always be judged for plastic surgery, even though they denied it, but that's neither here nor there. That's nobody's business but their own. We need to let people live their life the way that they want to live it, right? It's not anything wrong if you want to fix your body in whatever way that you want to fix it. It's not for us to judge anyone, but I will say that I do feel like she's lived in this karmic cycle when it comes to her love life. And I think for the most part, like all the Kardashian women have gone through this, specifically those three sisters. Um, but I do feel like for Khloe, there is this vulnerability that she holds on to. And I think her vulnerable spot is her love life. And it does affect her on so many ways. I think because her and Tristan were potential soulmates or maybe are possibly soulmates on some level, I do feel like there's a very hard it's very hard for them to disconnect, or for her to disconnect from him entirely, or from him to disconnect from her because they also have a child together. It's not as easy as just, cutting cords spiritually and being able to move on from that situation. But I do think that they had past lives together. I do stick by that. And I feel like the past lives that they had together, it was an unfulfilled karmic lesson. So when they came into this lifetime, as they are now, they are still going through this karmic lesson, which is being played out. But for Khloe, I kind of see it's all about the money. So she's focused, she's an entrepreneur, she's a boss babe, she's focused on her brand, she's focused on herself as a brand and marketing that. Um, she does feel the emotional loss when it comes to Tristan, the betrayal, the lies. I believe he got another woman pregnant and has a child from them, or will be having a child. I'm not sure of all the tea. I'm not trying to keep up with that, but I know it's been in the headlines, right? I feel like she just feels this loss. Like it hurts on so many levels, but she needs to remember that she's a fucking queen. I'm just saying it. Sorry that I cussed here on my channel, but basically she needs to know that she's a queen and she can get over this and tell herself, I can do this. I can get past this. But I think that what keeps her kind of bound to that whole relationship is the focus from the media and the people that constantly are feeding the airwaves, the news feeds with this and keeping that going, right? Keeping that story relevant about her and Tristan. I think also on some level, this may sound crazy, but I think so many people around the world are hoping that they get back together because, ultimately that was her one great love, right? But I honestly feel it's toxic. She does have a new man coming into her life, but it will not happen until she is fully like cut the cords with Tristan. That doesn't mean that she's not going to be in her life and that she can't talk to him because of, child they have together, but literally she's going to have to do that. And I do feel like there's somebody that's coming in once she does this, quite possibly someone that she could be talking to. I do feel like also like at some point she's like told herself maybe I should be a lesbian, and there's nothing wrong with that either. But I'm just feeling like there's this part of her sexuality that she's kind of like just said something like that, like maybe I should just be a lesbian and not be with men anymore because men are pigs. Literally, that's the kind of narrative that I hear. I don't know if she's actually said that, but I feel that, and I hear like echoes from the spirit world. We have here the Queen of Swords. I'm sorry, the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups, that's her sitting in her power. I feel like again, just like wanting to be a mother, nurture. She's not necessarily looking, but it's coming. But I do feel like she is stronger with the Ace of Swords. So literally, whatever she puts her mind to, she will accomplish any obstacles that she's experienced in the past. Also, when it comes to her thoughts, it's like her conquering her greatest fears and thoughts, and her getting ahead of that. But she's going to always face judgment and criticism. She's just one of those souls, I think, that signed up for, unfortunately, like I have, and other people that are celebrities or psychic mediums or spiritual workers. We've just signed up for to be criticized on so many levels. By the public, by our own fans, by people that we've trusted and that have betrayed us on some level. I do feel like for her, like she's learned a lot of valuable lessons, and I think that's why she's very protective of who she's going to let in, she's going to let in, who she's going to trust 100%. Because I feel like the Khloe that we're looking at now is not the Khloe from 10 years ago, right? She's a lot more grounded, and she knows that she can't trust just anybody because there are snakes that literally will, become your friend and then just betray you. It's just the world that we live in. The Empress is her mom, Kris. So Kris has a big influence over her still. I do feel like on so many levels, Kris is like wanting to revive the Kardashian career. There may be like a spinoff or another Kardashian thing. It may not be the original girls. It could be like later on, like the Kylie and the other sister. No shade. I'm just trying to remember it. Kendall. Yeah. Kylie and Kendall. Or somebody else. It could be the kids having their own show at some point. But I literally feel like the next couple of years, there may be a resurgence of the Kardashians on TV. The King of Cups comes in. This is like a new relationship. It's funny because she had the Knight of Cups and then now the Page of Cups, which is something very new. Whoever's coming in, I kind of feel like they have something in their astrological chart, either as a rising, a moon, or a sun sign that is in a water sign. So like a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces is what I kind of see for Khloe. And I don't know what she is, but I feel like it's a water sign. For some reason, she may find chemistry between her and a different water sign. And then we have here the Six of Cups. So she's thinking about her childhood too. I literally feel like what we've seen in the, on the show and stuff like that is not even half of like a lot of the stuff that they endured off camera when the cameras were not rolling. But I think that she had a rough childhood too. That kind of, well, people are like, well, how can you have had it rough when they were born into like this and this and this? But they did work for that, right? After a while. But I do feel like, again, there's just this point where in her childhood, she grew up a little too soon. So I think there was something that's not being said, maybe some form of abuse that Khloe endured as a child, or things that she saw that children shouldn't see, that kind of exposed her to a world that she is in now, and going through this. So the Ten of Swords comes up. This is like betrayal. Again, this is her feeling betrayed. This talks about like Tristan, the relationship they have. She feels betrayed. She feels hurt by people that she thought that were maybe like mutual friends that have shown their true colors. And I feel like she just has had like a lot of nasty people around her. I literally feel like she would benefit from Moldavite and black tourmaline together. If she used those two stones, she would be fierce. Like you'd be deflecting the negative energy with the black tourmaline. Black obsidian or black tourmaline. Yeah. And then the Moldavite would actually propel her forward and help her maybe to cut cords. She has some legal issues coming up, the Justice card, but this is a very Libra card. It also talks about balance in her life. But what I see for her right now is that I see her, going through something legal in the future. This could be with Tristan. This could be about her business or for her financials, but that's literally what I see. And then we have here the King of Swords. So with the King of Swords is another individual that is somehow incorporated or tied into her life. And what I feel with this energy is that just the energy itself is not someone that is very, very, willing to like listen to what she has to say. They're very rigid in their thinking. They're like entrepreneurs. They're like boss people as well. So I feel like she may clash heads with this very strong male. I also feel like this person could be a little bit more older than her for some reason. So I don't know, but that's what comes in. I also see here the Two of Pentacles. So this tells me again that there may be some changes in the dynamic of her money and how it's coming in and it's going. Again, just like a lot of different balancing in that area. I also get here the Ace of Cups. So with the Ace of Cups here, what I'm getting here is that there is marriage again for her. Well, I don't know if she was married to Tristan at not or not, but I do see marriage for her in the future. So if she's not or she never was, I don't know, but she will be married again and or will get married is what I want to say. In the future, I see marriage for her. So again, she's going to be happy with somebody else, but she has to literally make these changes. She has to kind of like be strong. She's got to cut off the riffraff. There's just too much riffraff around her, even though they're not in like in the Kardashian show, you know, right now. I just feel like there's just so much trauma, so many things that she's endured that I wouldn't be surprised if she's getting some form of counseling or therapy or doing something on a spiritual level to protect herself or to ground herself energetically speaking. I do feel like her dad is around her as well. I get Robert Kardashian just being around her, wanting to give her peace, letting her know that everything is okay. I do feel like he's watching her from the other side. I do feel like she feels his presence and she's been thinking of him lately through all of this. I feel like she has conversations with her dad and tells him, you know, I hope that you can hear me. I hope that, you know that I'm going through this. I love you, Daddy. I miss you. I wish you were here. It's almost like because they don't have that father figure. It's also part of the reason why I feel like the relationship with men have been a lot of trust issues. There's been trust issues. There's been all this turmoil in the family life itself because Robert was not a Bruce, right? Or now Caitlyn. Robert Kardashian was just a very, very strong energy with a very strong presence. I feel like he took no crap from anybody, right? And so we have that there. And then we have the Two of Cups here. So that again, it's just like a new relationship coming all around her as well. I do feel like there's also something cosmetically she may be doing, again, changing and reiterating, but going through reiterations of herself. But I do feel like there should be some caution with a medical procedure that it may not go the way that she would expect it to be. It could be something with her face in the future. It could be something with her body, but I just kept immediately like her nose. I don't know if she's going to do something with her facial or her face, but I just felt like there's something that comes in with that. Um, so it's just a warning from spirit. You know, this is all just like from the spirit world, what they are wanting her to know. But I feel like she can conquer this through, you know, another way to escape from this is like through traveling. And I think that that's what she does best. Like over the last couple of years, I think she's escaped her problems by, you know, distracting herself in other family members' drama, other family members' problems, friends that have had problems and issues, rather than kind of tackling the bull by its horns and facing and doing the shadow work that she needs to do. But I kind of feel like she is evolving. And I think this year is a year, 2022 is a year for Khloe to do the shadow work. As far as Tristan is concerned, I feel like he's going to continue to have success in whatever he does, but I feel like his life is going up in flames, literally. And that's just figuratively speaking. I get the Tower card around him. So everything that he touches seems very chaotic. It seems like he just has bad energy. Again, I get the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is like he feels trapped in his life too. He feels very isolated, and I feel like there is a cycle that's ending. So I don't know if he's still playing, was it basketball or whatever sport he was in? But whatever sport he's doing, that may also be, there may be a shift in his career too, or whatever he does now professionally. I'm not, like I said, I don't keep up with them, but I do feel like there are some changes for him possibly in that sector of his life. But when it comes to them, you know, those two themselves, I just feel like they will be amicable and they'll try to have some form of communication between the both of them. But ultimately, I don't feel like this is like a relationship that could ever work out, even if they were together again, even if they were trying to put their best foot forward, you know, that each person has. I just feel like there's just so much negative energy surrounding Tristan that that's why Khloe has been affected as much as she has been affected. And it's all like karmic in nature. And I think she's learned the lesson. I see legal issues with Tristan down the road. So yeah, there's something that's coming up. Also feel like on some level, there is something about like him wanting money. So I don't know if he's like, I know he has his own money, but I just see like deception and lies. He's going to always be like a player. He's always going to treat the women that he's in a relationship with like they're just basically they have an expiration date and he goes on to the next biggest thing or the next person that he finds attractive. But I don't see any loyalty with him. And it's unfortunate, but that's what I see. So that's the reading on Khloe Kardashian. I wish her all the best. And I want to thank everybody, all my rays of light, for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on and join my Patreon family community at www.patreon.com/psychic medium Ray. And don't forget, if you are interested in some type of private reading, you can go to my website. That's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. All right. I love you guys. Until next time. Bye.